Earth into the universe, a cosmic orange oracle. We have been just sort of grooving with him ever since.
Ooh, join us, fellow listeners, as we plumb the depths of these three panels like the spider-hating, lasagna-loving tarot card that it truly is.
This
is
Mystic Lasagna. Hey,
Hey.
happy Monday, Paul. Hey, calm down, music.
Oh, easy
We
music.
can only start the show one time.
Wow.
We're stuck in a time loop of starting it. What's up? Happy Monday, Paul.
Happy Monday, Alex. And
How are
happy
you?
Monday, Sarah.
Hi,
Oh my
happy
gosh,
Monday. I'm
There's
here.
two people in one screen. This is
Right.
madness.
Surprise.
Where did we find this guest?
I've been hiding. I've been here the whole time.
That's right. Sarah's been hiding in the studio
Yeah.
that I'm in the whole time.
I'm always here.
You might recognize
In the shadows.
Yeah, very true. Dressed as Nermal a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have worn my normal costume.
You might recognize Sarah from our live shows dressed up as Nermal.
Yeah.
Or truly longtime listeners of the show will know Sarah as the person who used to call us halfway through the recording of pretty consistently every episode for like about 30. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually kind of amazing, your talent for because it would be like one call. It would be the call of the day.
Oh, good.
And we were recording it all sorts of times.
Yes.
It was really impressive. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, how are you, Sarah, on this fine day?
Oh, I'm feline.
Oh,
Fine.
okay.
Feline fine.
That sounds like a Garfield joke right there.
Yeah, it's a Garfield joke. No, but it's it's a beautiful day. I feel like Halloween is over, and which is always sad for me, but we're like moving into holiday time, which is great. So
I kind of feel a little bit, Alex, I don't know if you feel this way too, but I feel like I'm not allowed to really enjoy scary movies or books as much anymore now that Halloween is over. Like I was reading The Mist by Stephen King.
Yeah, you gotta put that down.
And I was like, I had to finish it yesterday. It was like a mad rush to finish it yesterday because I'm too far into November.
Yeah, the official end of spooky season we all know is Guy Fawkes Day. So you do have till the 5th of November to like really read the spookies. Like you finish up the Stephen King books.
Oh yeah.
Like let Frederick Krueger kill, whoever he's got to kill in whatever iteration this year.
Yeah.
Mr. Voorhees, can finish off whatever teenagers, and then that's it. Once Guy Fawkes doesn't blow up Parliament.
Yeah, it's just family.
Fucking, we take Mariah Carey out of her box and it's on.
Yeah, it's on, baby.
She comes out. It's just family and turkey and gravy. That's it.
Wait, no. Alex asked how
Family turkey gravy.
Alex asked how I was, but I didn't ask how y'all are doing.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Good. I also feeling the end of spooky season. Not quite ready for it to leave. We still have like a ghost, like a Target, like LED, like waving ghost he's going like this in our window right now.
It's actually turned on right now, which is weird because it's really bright now.
It's turned on.
Yeah. It's just kind of there.
Horny ghost windows, man. That's how it be.
It's
sometimes.
Very turned on. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Waving.
Well, Sarah, I mean, we usually jump in by talking to like guests about like Garfield and spirituality and like getting a sort of you've been on the show before. I mean, you've been in many of the live shows as Normal and on the show before, but like how is your relationship with Garfield these days? I mean, you've been living with a Garfield podcaster for 4 years now.
Yeah.
Like
how's like me pointing out every single Garfield place, Garfield street, President Garfield
t-shirt.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's there again.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think my relationship with Garfield has changed because he's like me in the shadows. He's always kind of there, not in a bad way. But like I noticed,
we certainly agree.
Yeah.
We like seeing him around.
And I try to look for him. I like deliberately try to look for him. which is interesting. And like I find bits of Paul's Garfield costume kind of sprinkled around in our car.
That is true.
In our living room.
Yeah. That was in arm's reach.
Also,
Sarah
do
didn't
you
have to
wanna-
move.
Do you want to put
That's
this
an
on?
arm-
Actually,
I probably should.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
he's
Probably
always
should.
kind of around. So yeah, I think that my relationship with Garfield as the universe is just like he's just very much a part of our universe.
This does feel better.
It does.
I mean, it's definitely part of ours. Like I live a life now where like I rarely open up Instagram without just people having sent me like, here's a Garfield meme I saw. Like if enough people know that like when they see Garfield anywhere, I get like a picture or a text or like a meme. Like it just comes to me.
Even just on like an Instagram feed, you know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
And that's like how, seek and you shall find, right? Like,
Sure.
we've been seeking Garfield. And if you're actively looking for him now so that you can point to the thing that your love has decided to like really get into. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's like my wife, I like birds, right?
Yeah.
Not super birder, but like relatively casual. And Meredith,
Dipping a toe.
yeah, I mean,
or more than a toe,
than
maybe
casual.
a whole foot.
Yeah, I've got like 2
You're waiting.
feet in every once in a while. I'll get like knee deep,
Yeah.
Like we have taken trips so that I could look at Osprey, like
Awesome.
That's cool.
yeah, we get up
Excellent.
to we hit the waist, we get the bits in the water, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. No,
I
that's
like
the
how it
big one.
started
That's
off
the big
2
one.
feet, then knee
One toe.
high.
No,
and now
no.
it's like full waist.
Yeah.
I'm
In like a minute,
I'm
you're
in
like
there.
neck high.
Yeah. I mean, the next level
Alex,
is really
you're a
the
birder.
pits,
It's cool.
right?
Like no
Yeah.
judgment. You're full
I'm into
on.
it. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like when you're like, when I'm like pretty into a thing and then you go to a convention or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
and all of a sudden you're like, I don't know shit about Wolverine. Like
Yeah.
what, like,
Yeah,
you're at
yeah.
Wolverine Con like 2024 and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh dang, these people like
Yeah.
know everything. It's like I started talking to a real birder and they're like, how many warblers did you track this last migration season? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have a notebook, my guy. I just think
Yeah.
they're all pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Meredith now will just constantly be like, look, a bird. Is that a good bird? Is that a good? What about
Yeah.
that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a similar yeah. I feel like I had a similar experience after just taking like one dendrology class in college because I just like signed up too late or something, and that was the last one like within my minor that I was allowed to like take, And so after that, though,
That's trees.
it's just trees.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's
for the people
mostly
in the back, what is dendrology?
yes, mostly tree identification, and I really sympathize with the like.
Oh.
That's a bird. Is that cool?
Yep.
It's like, what tree is that? What tree is that?
Is that a good one?
That? Yes, mostly just from my parents, I think, who were like, you went to college and part of your college was identifying trees. Tell me what this tree is. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been a while, but
It
maybe
is
an American sycamore.
It is wood for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think it's interesting though, like when you start like looking
is
for
wood.
something actively or like kind of dipping a toe or a knee high, how you start seeing things more and more. I mean, trees obviously we're gonna see a lot, birds we're gonna see, but you know what I mean. If you're looking for something
but you
specific,
can not notice them, like
Yeah.
they can just be trees. You have to like take a second to like actively observe.
yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of like
that's very
I
true.
feel like this has always been a thing for me, but it's getting more so as an adult. I always see 11:11. Like it's just like I looked at this is weird. I looked at the time right now on the computer. It's 11:10.
Wow.
Like but like
it's loaded in, Sarah.
I always see
My
it.
brother's an 11:11 person.
It's
Yeah.
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
It's really weird. And and sometimes I'll just see
11:11 right now.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
I like see it like I'll see like
Happened.
4 lines all the time. And I like, I don't know. I don't know how much of it is I'm looking for this, how much it is my like internal clock that's like, it's your time, or how
It's
much
that time
is
you've
like
been focusing on
like
again.
something cosmic that I don't understand. Like
Well,
this is
do
the time
see
you will
it
die.
As a like, sure, maybe. Do you see it as a like good omen, or do you
Yeah.
just notice it? Like,
I
like
think
the
that-
idea of you just said a second ago, I see 4 lines all the time. And like,
Mhm.
sure, that's a thing, but like, how often are there 4 lines in nature?
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
it's
you're
like,
noticing them like that, like
mhm.
and then that, like, what does that trigger? That you're like, oh, good, or like, yes, or like,
Is there a wish involved too? I feel like a lot of times 11:11 people are like, it's 11:11, make a wish.
Yeah.
Is there a wish involved?
I think I'm sure I wish sometimes, but I think most of the time it's just like a pause in the like craziness. And I'm like, oh, this is something
Positive.
really nice. It's like, yeah, it's never anything bad. I think I was even born at 11:11, which is
Oh.
kind of weird,
a witch.
or 11:10, but I like to round up.
I was born at 11:10, and after we all took a deep breath and looked at the clock, oh, 11:11.
Yeah. Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
It is also, I mean, it's kind of why we do this show when we do it, right? It's a nice break time, right? Like the 11 a.m. live
Yeah.
for us on the
I just looked at
East
the
Coast.
live. It just said 11:11 on the top,
That's
on the
right.
corner. Just like,
It's
I mean,
all happening.
we've been going for now 11 and 20 seconds.
We did it.
We
I
did.
mean, it's a nice time of the day to like take a break, right? You're up, you've had time to do stuff, you've like gotten into it, and like, yeah, I like looking for like rest stops, right? I like the
Yeah.
idea of like
Reflection,
11:11
yeah.
being like, it's not a wish or necessarily just like a like, hey, you can pause for a sec if you need to. Do you need
Yeah.
to pee? Do you want to see which flavors of expired Pop-Tart are in this vending machine off Highway 75?
Yeah.
Like, just check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
There's
for
a vending
sure.
machine with weird off-brand sodas they only have in Pennsylvania. It's 11:11. Take a break. Look around.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
Yeah. You want to sleep in your car for just a little bit on the median?
Yeah, take
Just a little
snooze.
bit?
Take
It's 11:11.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous one,
Wanna
Paul.
do
That's
just a
maybe a
little nap
slightly
there?
dangerous choice to sleep on the median.
You want to go
Of
see
a
if we can get
highway?
into that
Yeah,
old
pull over
church?
to the
But-
side, Paul.
but-
Don't go in
You
the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, the median?
I don't
guys
know
wanna
that
go?
that's the kind of
Beautiful
break I want to
flowers
take. I don't want to
sometimes
put
there.
my life in my hands during my
Yeah.
little break.
On the little U-turn
No.
spot there? Just check it out.
Right next to the cop car, right next to the sign that says
Yeah.
"Don't do this" and the cop car.
Yeah. They're all
Yeah.
mannequins. They're all mannequins in there.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
even
man.
a wish too. A wish is nice. I like.
What
taking
is a wish but a break?
Exactly.
Oh, very nice.
Something that's been on my
Yeah.
mind with wishes.
Okay.
I told Paul this last night. This is maybe a little embarrassing, but
Nope. Get in here. Tell us about your manifesting.
well, I
There is no embarrassment on Mystic Lasagna. We're talking about a cartoon cat and his place in the cosmic pantheon. And we've been doing
Yeah.
it for now
Preach,
half a
preach.
decade.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Let's get out our vision boards,
Famous
guys.
last
Yeah,
words.
Come
dude,
on.
fucking The Secret is like pretty chill.
Yeah.
It's just intention, guys.
Well, I'm not saying take advice from Jessica Simpson. However, the pop princess. However, I did. This is the embarrassing part.
Famous.
Not the
Honestly
other
wise.
Jessica Simpson
Yeah,
from The Simpsons.
I did.
Deep cut.
The one that Lisa keeps under her bed. Like, what are you-
Yeah. Yes. Get back in there.
I did just start reading Jessica Simpson's autobiography, Open Book. And honestly, it's pretty good. It's really good. I wasn't ready to read Brittany's. I don't know if Brittany really, I think she probably like dictated her stories and maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe
While
You
she
think
did it.
dancing
fucking
with
Jessica
knives.
Simpson sat down and banged it out?
I
do
do.
ya?
I
See, that's
actually
what
do.
I'm a little.
I
don't-
actually,
yeah.
I actually really
Yeah.
do think she wrote this book. I think she did, and honestly, she's a pretty beautiful writer. Like I like her writing style. She's not bad. But she has a thing that she talked about that I want to steal. That on her friends' birthdays and her family's birthdays, she has them blow out the candles. And this doesn't spoil anything in the book for all of you folks who might want to read Open Book. by Jessica Simpson.
Friend of the show. Friend of
Are
the
you
show.
sponsored?
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm sponsored by
Jessica.
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica, if you're listening, big shout out. We love you.
Yeah, I do think she's
Huge
pretty
friend of
great.
the show.
I'm a longtime Jessica Simpson fan.
Loves
but
Garfield.
I'm a big unironic fan. I
I
I've
think
talked
she's
about her
great.
before. Yeah.
I think she's great.
She sat at my bar for like 4 days in a row one
Jessica
time.
Simpson sat at your bar. What bar?
It was when I was working fine dining and was like we had like a tasting bar and she sat there for 4 days in a row while she was recording something in Nashville one time and like just came in every day and like ate lunch and like hung out till we like closed before dinner and like it was I guess her little break in the middle of her madness.
That was her 11.
And
Wow.
she is doofy but really nice.
Wow. I never knew that. I never knew that you got to meet Jessica Simpson. That's cool. Well, so what she does is she gets her friends and her family to make wishes on their birthday cakes, and then she steals the candles, puts them in a baggie, and then hangs on to them for however long she needs to until those wishes come true.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a really
That's chaos magic.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's ritual.
That's chaos magic. I mean, it's candle magic. I mean, like this is I love to do this. That like birthday cakes are this like incredibly old. I've talked about this on the show, I'm sure, a million times.
Oh yeah.
That like they're a circle because they're the moon.
Mhm.
And the whole ritual is it originated as you make a cake out of like wheat and flour because the whole ritual is a supplication to Artemis, the god of the harvest, and like the future and planning. And you make a wish and blow out a candle, which is literally again like you take your intention and that energy, and then you go and blow it, and then you let it go, which is again big like chaos magic, like sigil magic stuff. Yeah, I mean it's prayers, right? Like, and then you do that in like when you light a candle in a church, you light it and you put that energy there for someone, and then you let it go and you let that candle burn all the way down, and like the energy goes, it's all. But I do like the idea of like I keep the candle until the wish comes true.
Yeah.
And then,
but how is that letting it go?
That's not it's letting it go. Like the idea of blowing out. It's why you don't tell your wish to anybody, right? Yeah. Because you don't dwell on it.
But if you keep it long enough for the wish to come true, that like gives you this little extra like moment to be able to let it go, to like actually physically like hold on to it and then be like,
that's cool.
Well, she doesn't know the wish, right? Like in this case, in Jessica
but she gives it back to
witchery.
Yeah.
She doesn't. Does she know the wish?
But she gives it back to the person.
Yeah,
and so that they can still keep it secret.
No,
right?
No, she hangs on to them.
Oh, see, the part that gets me too is you said that Jessica Simpson steals the candles.
Yeah, she takes
and that's
them.
the part that I'm really interested in. Seeing Jessica Simpson just like
candle
sneaking
hoard.
around.
Yeah,
she's
just
candling.
Like yeah, to the nutcracker. Naturally,
Jessica Simpson ballets into the scene.
Yeah,
and like plop, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah,
I don't know. She doesn't really specify if the wishes are ever told, which is why I want to take it. And how I want to take this tradition is I want to, and I'm bummed that I hadn't started reading the book, Paul, on your birthday. I was reading something different then, but I feel like you have the person blow out the candle and write down their wish on an index card, and then you put the index card with the candle. And that way you won't forget, because like I don't remember what I wished for on my birthday in May.
And so Jessica's
again though, like I say, you're not. I mean, Jessica's a whole other witch than me, but like the way that I understand the original, the idea is that you make the wish and then you go, and like as you blow the candle out, the intention goes out into the world, and like that intention, powered by all the people around you on the day of your birth, you've come back around to the like 11/11 of your existence.
Whoa.
And like it's powered by all of that and a bunch of people that have made something for you and put energy into you. You just like take all that power and then put it into an intention and then let that intention go. And it goes out in the world and starts doing its thing. And like, touching the points of the universe that need to align so that you can get that job at Sephora that you really want. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, I have a very important question, because I was talking about this the other day too, but I've always seen that moment where you blow the candle out as sort of like an open door to as many wishes as you can possibly do. So what I've been doing, and I just started talking about this with people recently.
Last night you were talking about.
Last night I was talking with people about this, and I learned that people only make one wish. I just stack those wishes like fast. I just fire them off as fast as I can so that it's not awkward. Like, so that the time that I'm thinking of them and firing them off is not awkward. It's like 5 to 7 seconds.
It's like you've got I love the idea that you've got like an elevator pitch to the universe.
Yeah,
You've got 5 seconds. You're like, listen, here's the deal. Kolaches take off and
lottery.
And I win the lottery and my dong grows 4 inches. And also I like never have to shave again.
Get a really cool dog.
I don't ever want to contract alopecia. And also we'd like a dog and oh man, out of time? Fuck.
Yeah, I guess I should blow it out now. That sounds like it's a good one. How do I prioritize these? Great, here we go.
I mean, that's sigil work technically, the like bigger of a sigil, and if you can hold all of those wishes in your mind at one time, then you're good to go. Like if you're doing that with a sigil, you would like make all of those wishes into one word, and then you would use all of the individual, as many letters there are in all those wishes, and you draw all those letters into like a illustration, and you hold that in your mind. And then you do something big and intense, and then like at the moment of like release is when you let that go. People use orgasms. It's a thing. People use orgasms by themselves and with other people, but also like that's the like you hold. So I guess you've got the time that you can hold your breath in, right? You've gathered the power.
Yes.
And now
that's
you start
all the
making
time
wishes.
I have.
Here they go. And then as soon as you got them all, and you're holding all those like this stack of wishes in your mind. It's much easier. Like magic is about a lot of like Western magical traditions, in particular about like holding one the secret fucking is the like holding one thing in your head where you're like Sephora job. And then you just like let it go. Yeah, but I guess man, if you've got the brain power to like, and without monkey's pawing yourself, hold
I know
a stack of wishes in your head.
That's like, the problem is the monkey's paw. And I never prepare either. It like always catches me. So I just like it's like a
you gotta prepare for rituals, Paul.
I know.
The whole thing of rituals.
It was wild. For Paul just had a birthday, and I was sick with COVID. Paul had another little bug, so we were quarantining in our house. But I had done all this prep work leading up to Paul's birthday, so I already had like really a little miniature cheesecake from Junior's. I already had gotten candles, but I lost the candles, and I was like, "Crap, where are these candles?" So I found some matches, and I will say this. So I was like in the bedroom looking at Paul in the hallway with a match in his miniature cheesecake, and I was like, "That's gonna burn really fast." And I will say this. I was like, "Whoa, he's taking a long time to make these wishes."
I went down to the stub. It was almost out. I went until the flame almost went out.
I couldn't have even stolen the match Jessica Simpson style. Do, 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 if I wanted to, because I was trapped in the room and there was really nothing to steal.
Sarah was trapped.
I guess you could like have everybody sit there quietly while you just like watch the candle burn and just like
all the way
especially
down,
like if you're like once you start
That's
hitting
my
35
dream.
40 years old, you fucking put all them candles in there.
Yeah.
And like really you've got a big old fire going. You're gonna have to take a big breath to blow all those things out.
Yeah.
But like there's your prep work. It's just you sitting around doing like blow Olympics like
yeah.
Maybe I'll do like one. Is it possible just to do like if you are turning, you know, like if you're in
you
your
can do whatever you
30s,
want.
you could do each candle with one wish. Just like have everyone sit there and watch you just blow out each candle.
I need 30
each
cupcakes.
Wish. Yeah.
And everybody is going to sing the fucking song.
Yeah.
30 times. So we're just gonna do a conveyor belt of manifestation. Just
And I need quiet. And I need quiet.
Everyone put their love and power into me, and then we blow it out.
This is what I want for my birthday.
Well, speaking of us taking our power and putting it behind someone and their needs, Sarah, this is, of course, a self-help, actualizing, self-sigilling, self-blowing
Ooh,
podcast
self-wishing. Yeah.
where we go to this man, the Orange
Oh,
Oracle, to help us out to seek wisdom and find wisdom and help us along our path towards the next 11:11, towards the next rest stop. And we have been jammering about magic for 25 minutes, which I love.
Beautiful.
But do you have an area in your life, Sarah, right now where you are indeed seeking some insight, some wisdom?
yeah, I think like every aspect of my life, honestly. But I think that's
Done.
part of
All
the
the
that's
wishes.
part
Give
of
yourself to
it.
Garfield.
I think the thing is like my mind has gotten very general. Like it's like, okay, of course we all want world peace. Of course we all want success in our business, success in our creativity. You know, of course we all want to be our healthiest self. Like you know, all of these like bigger ideas, of course. But I think what I'm struggling
How do I
with
do a good
All of
job?
it.
well, but like I think where I've been
Success.
struggling as of late is not knowing the specific questions I should be asking myself to make a little bit of progress
Baby
in
steps?
one little area. So I guess my question is, what question do I
Sort
need
of
to
where do you
ask?
start? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like, what question
Mm.
do I need to ask? I think is kind of the thing. It's like that that age old thing that I love to ask people is like, what question do you desperately want me to ask that I'm not thinking to ask? I feel like is the question I want to ask of myself, of the universe. Like, what question should I be asking of you that you really want me to ask of you that I'm not thinking to ask? Will you please tell me what question to ask? So, you know, that's the question.
Jim will answer that question.
Yeah.
oh man,
Through
that's
Garfield.
so much.
That
It's
is a
also
lot.
it's just really funny too that like, well, that your question is. I like that we're like, all right, you're faced with an oracle, all knowing, all seeing, and you're like, do you have something you want to get off your chest, bud? I bet you a lot of people are coming here really like self-centered. Like, what do you need to tell me? I like that.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Where do we start?
Well,
What's a good question
listeners,
to ask?
if you also go comics.com, the link is in the
Wink,
podcast description.
wink,
He's
wink.
winking at us right now, and for all of you watching on the live feed right now, we've got it up right here, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
It's in color. We got the Mystic Lasagna background going on Lasagna's Day. It's beautiful.
All right. Are
Yeah,
you
but what-
ready? Are you
yeah, what
ready,
question?
Sarah?
I'm
We're going
ready.
to ask Garfield
Wait, let me hold my breath.
what question you should be asking the universe.
Still a little sick.
Random comic.
Oh.
What do we got? What do we got?
Mm. Oh wow! Is you holding the whole time?
Yeah.
Impressive.
All right.
Oh,
September
September
20th, 2016. Chill time to be alive.
Oh, the best. Nothing
Wow.
weird is about to happen soon. Oh my gosh. Wow.
All right. Let's just jump in. There's something nuts. I don't know what he's standing on, but it looks nutty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also
man.
pretty great Thanksgiving color scheme going on here too. which is
Yeah,
kind of
it's
fun.
gravy.
It's gravy.
Gravy
It's
themed.
gravy color.
I also do
It
love
is.
that rarely we're in just a big beige space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Which is
no
interesting when
windows.
if your deal is like open it all the way up. I guess for
Oh,
generally,
yeah.
like they're not even on an infinity table. Like there are no defined borders.
Yeah.
Like and so there's your general attitude if you're like looking
Yeah.
for like a big wide open thing.
Mm.
Like we're in that space for
Yeah.
sure.
As
Super
liminal as
beige.
hell for sure.
Yeah, I was always very, very. This is like an unpopular thing right now because everybody likes crisp white walls. We have crisp white walls, but for the longest time, I was
Mhm.
like, well, cream ivory
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah, I also
Um,
have New York landlord eggshell.
Yeah.
No,
But-
we had to select a white for this
Yeah.
one's particular, which was just
Actually, yeah, this
worth mentioning because it's just fun to like see the colors of like, you know, unicorn's breath and I don't even remember what this one
I
is.
can't
I think it was like
remember.
melting icicle.
Yeah, melting icicles.
I think this is melting icicle.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But I feel like
don't
for the
know.
longest time I was like, no white walls. It feels too institutional and sterile. Let's get some color in here. Paint
Yeah,
things
man.
periwinkle and green. And
I'm
I
into it.
still kind of stand by that. It's like I feel like not as stylish. Like everybody wants, crisp neutrals, and I'm like,
Now, fuck Chip and
Ah.
Joanna Gaines. live your life.
yeah.
right.
Don't
Give
let.
me some navy. Give me some hunter green.
Not
Yeah.
everything's an open concept, guys. Not
Yeah.
everything can be an open concept.
Yeah, don't listen to those dead-eyed twins that have kidnapped Zoe Deschanel. Live your life.
Yeah.
Color it
For
up.
real.
Yeah, I just like the fun of it all. Like you can always repaint it a different color. It's just another way to be vibrant. But yeah, so this is the taupe. This is the vagueness, I guess, of where
Yeah.
like the general let's improve and grow.
Yeah, definitely. It's Bob Ross's canvas covered in gesso, covered in magic white, right?
Yeah.
And ready to be painted upon. And it's our own little world. And so we've got John and Garfield. They're eye level to each other, which we
I
don't know why
know.
going in. And John says, they say not to go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Mm.
Okay.
And they both have that like beautiful like Buddha. They're there just like low lids. They're
Yes.
low lidded. It's great.
Yes. They say
Neutral.
you end up buying things you don't really need.
Mm.
Okay.
Garfield unplussed.
Like a drum of peanut butter.
Ha ha! Garfield smiles and says, "What do they know?"
Okay. This is
do
really
they know?
this
This
is really interesting.
interesting. It is
Because
interesting.
I find my immediate reaction personally when you were like, I want to like keep it open and ask the universe like what I should ask,
Yeah.
is that like that's sort of the equivalent of going to the spirituality shop hungry, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is, I mean, an option and a
You're
move.
gonna grab a lot of
clearly.
stuff though. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're just like, I'm here, you're going through the aisles of like spirituality, or like you're going through you just said a couple of them, right? Like when we were talking, like there was
world
this and
peace.
this and this and
There's
this.
like,
Yeah.
there's success in your business, success in your creativity. There's like success with your health, all those things. Like
They're all big things, though, right? Like that's all
Big
large.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It's
like,
the Costco. It's the Costco
Yeah.
equivalent of
well, and
the
then
spirituality
sometimes I
shop.
guess, like a stroll through the Costco without needing anything, you can come up with some good stuff, right?
You can also buy 1,000 Advil because that's your only option.
we
at the Costco.
calculated that once, and there was like no way to get through all the Advil unless you were having like
I had no idea Advil expired. Yeah, we
Yeah, it
actually did the
expires.
math. It's a lot of Advil
don't
as
need
your
it.
only option. At
unless you
Costco.
have like an army of children.
It is
you don't.
1,000. Yeah,
You
okay.
Probably
yeah.
shouldn't be giving your children Advil.
But it's the jar of peanut butter. It's what
a
you're saying.
if you're a school nurse, there's
Oh, yeah.
there are people who need that much Advil.
Yeah,
That's
a
true,
big
that's true.
family, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess.
Catholics, yeah.
Yeah,
Catholics with headaches, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's the large jar of peanut butter. If you're
This
I
fucking
love that
sci-fi
idea.
drum of peanut butter that Garfield's got.
Yeah.
What the shit
Yeah.
is that?
But
I know
it
there's
doesn't
like a
seem
red
like
button on there.
to me it's like it does look like a side. It's like what they have in space. It's like the equivalent. It's like Dippin' Dots peanut butter.
It's a
The
drum
peanut butter
of
of the
peanut butter. I
future?
mean, like it does look like it's a drum. Like, which part of the spaceship does this peanut butter regulator hook
Oh, yeah.
up to? Like,
Yeah, it's like not for consumer
No.
like purchase. Yeah,
Garfield's peanut butter gun that he's got in the
Yeah.
other room, and
yeah. This is like transported from the factory like to the bottling plant, and Garfield somehow got it in between.
Yeah. But what I'm thinking is interesting about the peanut butter, it's like so the universe answers and it's like, okay, this is the step you need. And it's like, what? I don't know that I want this. But then Garfield's like, what do they know? It's like, you don't know anything. This is like what you
Exactly.
need to be doing.
I mean,
even if you don't
And
get it.
who are
maybe?
they?
I think
too?
it's
That's
like
the
you
beautiful part.
grab whatever you're drawn to, right? Like
Yeah.
start where you want to start. But I think what I'm getting from this is like start big, right? Like it's
Oh,
the answer that I think you've gotten is like you can ask whatever question you want, but you need to commit. As opposed to
shoot.
going like, where do I start? What should I do? What should I think? Like there's the questing. It's like going like, just pick one. Pick one of the
Yeah.
things. Pick a success in this or that or that or that. And like whole asset. Drum of peanut
Yeah.
butter that mess right now. Go like, I am hungry and I want peanut butter, right? Like that's, and
Yeah.
as you're looking, allow yourself to like allow that hunger to really like pick a thing and speak to you. And now then once it does and you're like, oh, I've got a hankering for peanut butter, you get the industrial spaceship sized success in
Yeah.
your career, right? Like you get the industrial spaceship sized reorganize my house, like whatever it is that you think as you're flipping through. Like it doesn't matter. You're hungry. The store's fully stocked, but it's time to like pick yourself out a drum of something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that because like you look at these like big questions or big problems, and generally like one of the I think popular ways to go to it is like baby steps, like, oh, let's knock this out one piece at a time, little baby beep 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 beep. But also there's this beautiful concept that I like to call YOLO, where we don't have that much time on this blue planet. Just freaking dive in there. If you're
Yeah,
trying to
man.
solve the problem, take a punch, go down that path. If it doesn't work, go all in on the other path. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cannonball, baby.
Yeah. And that baby step path, I think, could also be an option if there is, like you're saying, Alex, like true, like focused intentionality with like knocking
Yeah, I mean, we're
something
talking
big
about
out.
like the thing we're
The
talking about
steps.
right now, which was Sarah's, which was the like open ended, like I want to know what to ask, and like all
Yeah.
very predictably, I think the answer you've gotten back is whatever you think you need to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like the oracle's like that's not how oracles work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I am the oracle. I just love that too. It's given us a comic that's just they say, who are
Yep.
they?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
They
actually
say
like amazing that that came
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
It's really interesting. I think that like you can take so many different things out of this that are so relevant to the question. One thing that I'm thinking of now is just not really knowing that I am hungry, but I'm clearly hungry. If I'm like, there's all these big things, like acknowledging that it's like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe it's good to be a little hungry because you don't know what kind of surprise you're going to end up with, and
Yeah, what do
then
they
you
know?
make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
like,
that's
okay,
like it's the like the good stuff happens before the rope breaks if you're at the end of your rope or whatever. Like, yeah, it's not bad to go shopping when you're hungry if you have the single-mindedness of purpose to just be
Yeah.
like, that's what I'm gonna eat right there, baby. That
Yeah.
I am gonna
yeah,
chow down on
Yeah.
candle magic. I'm gonna
Yeah.
chow down on like helping my friends keep their wishes or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
like
gonna
yeah. Oh, I
steal
love
all
that.
their
I'm gonna
candles. Yeah.
hella commit to like I don't know anything like
Yeah.
yeah, but I think it's just like what do they know because they
Right.
I think a lot of people will like I also really enjoy the idea of like when you're looking for wisdom, like I mean this is a chaos magic thing too, is like pick for the day. Pick your
Mm.
jar of peanut butter. Like today we're gonna do this tradition, or like I'm gonna take a couple months and we're gonna like work within whatever spiritual practice, whether it's just like yoga and deep breathing, or it's like, I don't know, I could go to Catholic mass, I guess, every day for 2 months and see what it does to my general like well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
give it a shot. I've never been to confessional. Maybe I should. Be a long, weird afternoon for that guy.
Yeah. That'd
Scare
be
the crap out of a
amazing.
priest.
I kind of love I don't I mean I'm not Catholic, but I kind of love that oops, there goes headphone. I kind of love that tradition of just being
Mm.
like, okay, I got to confess some things, even if it's just like once a year of like, oh, maybe I didn't do this quite right. I kind of messed up here. Acknowledging it is so like humbling, and I think that that's like hard to do at any period in history, but I feel like it's especially hard now in the modern world where everything's so public.
Yeah, it's
There's
also
so much
ego
proof
death,
of the thing that you
right?
did too that was
Oh, sure.
stupid, right?
Yeah.
Everything's so documented that it's
Yeah.
hard to the idea of like anything being erased is like
Yeah.
appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Also that it's difficult too because it is this like you're talking about like Allie like bringing it out and like confessing something. I feel
Mhm.
like is part of that like is it Buddhist like death of the ego?
death of ego, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
thank you, I love you, I'm sorry.
Oh, I
It's
love
all these
that.
things that just like force yourself to like tamp down your ego a little bit and thus connect you with all things
Oh gosh.
a little bit more.
If I tamp down my ego, I'm like my ego is so I feel like shameless. I have like no ego left. The city is like
but that's maybe good.
Maybe that's
the,
good.
That's the spiritual place to be
I
at.
guess.
Yeah.
But I could use a little more ego. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, grab a tub of peanut butter.
For
then,
shopping,
you know what I mean?
maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's your like. I mean, like you could also reverse confess, right? Like, which is, I guess,
I'm not sorry.
well, it's an
I did it on
affirmation,
purpose.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I'm not
That's
sorry at
true.
all. Like I
Yeah.
got to places like
There's
again,
power in
that's
that.
like reclaiming a lot of the things that made me feel like a horrible person when I was deep into the Christian mythology as a youngster, which I was being told were bad. Like I, you know, like have come back around and go like, no, this is who I am, and this is part of me, and this is an affirmation always that like I'm allowed to be horny. That's okay.
Yeah.
And
Wiley, our kitten is
Just
asleep
like your
right
window
over
goes.
here. Wiley, you didn't hear that. Wiley's sound asleep. He's an innocent little baby cat.
Wiley, don't listen to your mother's neo-Christian dogma. You
Don't feel guilty, Wiley. Don't feel guilty.
He's a little baby.
That's the woman who took your balls, Wiley. Don't.
I actually do feel. Wait, I have to
He
show.
knows.
I have to.
He
I have to
knows
show
too.
something. Wait, hold on.
Okay. Well, friends, the show might. I don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah,
I think
Sarah's about
an
to
actual
show
cat's
everyone
coming on.
show everyone Wiley's balls.
No, I'm not. I just oh, sorry, Wiley. He's awake now. I
I
do
bet.
feel
Yeah.
really
Big time. He's
really,
I wake up when people pick me up out of a nap too.
No, I didn't pick him up. I feel really bad sometimes about getting Wiley spayed because he was a street cat. He had his balls or neutered.
Yeah.
He was a street cat. He had his balls. He was happy with his balls, and I feel like I took them from him, and I just feel bad about it sometimes, even though I know we needed to do it, and that's like what we're supposed to do as pet owners. But I've been like, sometimes I beat myself up about it. I'm like, oh, why?
So you got to get rid of that
told
Catholic guilt.
I told my mom, I'm not even Catholic and I've got the guilt of it, but I told my mom this, and for Christmas last year, she thought this was hysterical. She gave me this.
It says very Garfieldian magnet that says, "Why don't you have a seat and explain where my testicles went?" And it's a cat
It's a magnet
with its arms crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. She was like dying about it. She was laughing so hard, like, which I was like, this is so insensitive to my
She was crying in the bookstore. She was laughing so hard and was like, Paul, come look at this. Come look at this.
I mean, again, there's like, I think that's like the idea of you're like, I feel bad.
I feel
and
bad.
what you're getting back is like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
this
What do
silly,
they
jokey
know?
thing. I feel bad about not knowing where to start. Don't. Just
Pick
get a
something.
fucking jug of peanut butter and like start eating that bitch and like get a big old smile on your face. Cause like there's a bunch of people telling you that like there's apparently a voice in your head telling that you're like not allowed to ask something, right? So you're going like, what do I get to ask? What's okay for me to ask?
What's the
And
right
answer is
thing to
fucking
ask?
anything.
Yeah.
Like start wherever you want, man. Like,
It's beige. It's all beige. It's all open concept.
They don't know anything. There aren't any rules. You make your own, man. Like light a candle, curse the glare, blow into it, like make a wish, and then like take that candle and send it to Jessica Simpson with a card and ask her to hold on to it for you.
Honestly, we should probably send birthday candles to Jessica Simpson. That's a great idea because she's so hungry for them.
She loves candles.
She's freaking hungry for those candles.
I think for I love sending fan mail. I think I will send some fan mail to Jessica Simpson. In 2024 on my birthday, I think I will send her my candles.
I mean, what a jug of peanut butter to be like, I will start correspondence with Jessica Simpson.
I think I will. I mean, I've tried with others. I've written Martin Scorsese several letters. He has not responded.
Sidney Pollack did respond though.
Yeah. I was young though. I was 7.
Yeah.
But
what was the story there?
Why does the 7-year-old want to talk to Sidney Pollack again, please?
They were filming. This is going, if people do the math, they can figure out how old I am. Whatever. They were filming The Firm in my hometown and right around the corner from my elementary school, basically. And my 2nd grade teacher, who I love to this day, she's like, I just think she's the greatest. Her son was working as a PA or something on it. Anyway, and I was like, there is a movie, and Tom Cruise then was like definitely hot shit. I mean, I guess he's a movie star, so like he's still hot shit, but he was like really hot shit. Scientology hadn't like taken his life the way, whatever. But okay, so the point is, there was a movie being filmed, and I was like, well, I must.
It had, by the way. He's always been powered by Scientology, but go on.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to be, because I knew like when I was little, I was like, I'm an actress. Like that's what I'm going to do. I was going to be a singer and an actress. And I was like, I must be in this movie. If not this movie, I must be in another one of these directors' movies. So I wrote a letter to Sidney Pollack, and I was like, dear Mr. Pollack, my name is Sarah. I'm 7. I really want to work with you. I hope the movie's going well.
That's a jug of peanut butter right
Merry
there.
Christmas.
That is a tub of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gave it to my 2nd grade teacher, and I was like, will you please give this to your son to give to the director?
Also sounds like a pretty healthy ego to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not saying that
I'm looking forward to working with you soon.
It has gradually shrunk. I think I've gone through periods of my life where maybe I needed what is it? Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But now I think I could use more of, anyway.
I'm not sorry.
No.
I'm not guilty.
No. I mean, like, I'm gonna eat. What do they know? What do they know? You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this. It's like, I got a tub of peanut butter and you can't stop me.
Yeah.
So like, that's like, I know, I love that. Like, I mean, ask whatever you want. Like, don't worry about what you should want or what you're supposed to be asking, like, from the universe. Like, fucking,
I want Wiley's
want,
testicles back.
Yeah.
Well,
wait. What did Sidney write back though? Didn't he write something?
Yeah, we have his headshot. He said, I can go get it.
Up.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna wrap the show
easy.
up in a minute.
Sarah's gone.
Sarah's gone.
Well, wait. No. What? Do you remember what it was?
It said.
Well, wait. Hold on.
Okay, it's like on top of the bookshelf. I'll just say it said, "Dear Sarah, dare to dream," which is like,
I love that response.
Merry Xmas XOXO Sydney, and it was on his headshot, and I have it framed in the other room. And I also got Tom Cruise's autograph because I ended up going. I was like, what? So I was like, well, he has to meet me. And then my friend Carrie and I went with her. We like begged her mom to drive us to the film location after school. Of course, I was like, please, like, they need to see me. And when they see me, the singer, they'll be like,
Sarah.
Be in the movie. And so we went, and Tom Cruise, it was raining and we didn't care. And we saw Tom Cruise. He was,
why would you give a shit about rain? You're
no rules.
Yeah. And Tom Cruise was hopping over a puddle, and I was like, there he is. And he did come right over to us, shook his hand. I think I was like, I really like your work, something like that.
You sound like a kid talking about going to one of those car safaris. The buffalo came right up.
He hopped over a puddle.
Yeah, he jumped over a puddle.
We saw him. It was raining. We're like, we don't care. We want to see the giraffes.
He just came in through the window of the car. Was trying to eat my chips.
Tom, You can't have all of the movie star feed. Save some for Sidney Pollack.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He gets a treat too.
And Tom Cruise gave us an autograph on like this tiny little piece of like lined yellow like legal paper, like those little pads, and I have it somewhere in my house in Memphis, but I did lose that. But I was less concerned about Tom Cruise and more concerned about Sidney Pollack, because I was like,
Tom Cruise can't put you in shit.
I mean, he could now though, so maybe
but Sidney
that's
has the controls.
Yeah, well, he
at
did.
the time,
Rest in
at the
peace.
time. R.I.P.
But yeah, that's why so anyway, I learned a lesson though. It's like sometimes you write to these celebrities and sometimes they write back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you write to celebrities like Martin Scorsese, because I'm actually still trying to get Martin Scorsese's headshot and autograph for my oldest brother, because that's his favorite director.
But you got to take big shots, though. That's the whole thing. There are no rules. Just write these people directly.
Yeah.
I mean,
go to their house.
Again, that's the same as a wish, right? Like, it's literally, you're like making a weird little, it's the physical idea of what you're doing when you like make a wish and just blow it out and like let your energy go do the work. I mean, doing the same thing. I talk about this with auditions all the time. I'm like, you just do the audition and then you fucking send it and you let it go and you go like, boop, like go out into the universe, weird little tiny film I made, and go talk to people. Like, here you go. You're like, literally, what is a letter but a sigil, right? You're using a bunch of weird characters to try and like convince someone to do something. It's essentially, you've been trying to hex Martin Scorsese into doing what you want him to do for years now.
Yeah. I'm overdue for a letter. It's been a couple of years since I've written.
Yeah, man. Get him.
Keep taking the big shots. Yeah.
I mean, and Marty's a pretty powerful wizard, so like, it might take some doing. You're gonna have to keep writing.
You gotta convince.
Yeah, I gotta convince. Yeah, there's a few others in there because I really want to get my oldest brother, this signed headshot, but I'm like, maybe there are a few other directors who I could try. Martin Scorsese's my white whale.
Well, keep going. Get that tub of peanut butter and go for it. Ask whatever the fuck you want. And friends, Sarah, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
I know, this is great.
Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I do want to say it again too. Like Sarah's probably the closest person to this project other than me and Paul. So the willingness to allow it to continue and also to jump on and join us in the nonsense is lovely.
Oh, it's lovely being here. Thanks.
Do you want to plug anything for the peoples who are watching and listening?
Actually, I have 3 things I'd love to plug. Surprise!
Yes.
The first thing is not for me. It's for my students. I'm teaching this level 3 improv class right now, and they are a dream. They are so good. They're so funny. They're just a gem of a class, and they have a graduation show on December the 3rd at 2 p.m. at the Pit, and I'm really excited for them, and I want everyone to come see them shine. So that is my first thing I'd like to plug. The second thing I would like to plug is for me. It's I need to actually
Sunday at 2 p.m. Awesome.
Yeah, it's for me. It's this month. We're working closer, like go back to front. November 16th, I believe, at 9, I believe. There's a show, the series finale, produced by my friend Jake, and we improvise the season finale of a show, and it's really fun. And so that's going on. And then the thing that's going on all the time that's closest is our bakery. I would like to plug King's Kolache. We're moving into the holiday season, especially with Thanksgiving. We're going to do pies. So if you're hungry and you're in the New York area and you want a Thanksgiving pie, we're going to have, I kid you not, a peanut butter pie.
There you go. And we're going to buy a large industrial space tub.
I mean, we will. We actually will, which is sort of funny.
Peanut butter.
So those are some things that we've got going on in our lives.
Glorious.
And, those are some things, that I guess I'd like to plug.
Where can people find you on the internet, Sarah?
Yeah. I'm less and less on the internet, but primarily Instagram, Sarah Ashey. Sarah has an H. Ashey does not have an L. Instagram's really the best place.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. The show, friends, you can always find at Mystic Lasagna on Instagram. And I am on TikTok and Instagram at @RAlexMurray. Paul, you are on Instagram at Pashy.
I'm at Pashy. Check out Missing Sock Network stuff, potentially.
Yeah, we're back at it. Child's Play is back. We're
Yeah,
getting into
I
the
saw
mix.
that.
We're doing some more stuff. Mike and I are
Yep.
probably about to bring Ad Nauseum back in December, like with
Amazing.
this, so that we can look at things. We're moving and grooving again. So you can follow the Missing Sock Network on Instagram as well, or check out missingsocknetwork.com.
Yeah.
For all of our backlogs of all the shows and nonsense. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then you found us on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, baby.
Ooh, get that subscribe. It's
so you can join us
fun.
if for nothing else, these Mystic Lasagnas at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Monday mornings. We'll get up real early for our left coast friends. Have your first cup of coffee with us. Hang out.
Bless you, Paul.
And then find something to do till 11:11. All right. So until next time, friends, ask whatever questions you want.
There are no rules.
And yeah, get my cat's testicles back.
Lasagna stay.